Hey guys, Priscilla here, your Pampered Chef consultant, always here to help you save some time and money in the kitchen. I'm going back in time, kind of a retro recipe, making a chicken broccoli braid tonight for supper. Since I had opened the jar of chicken this morning, I wanted to go ahead and use that up. And this is a perfect way to do it, and it'll be enough for me to share with someone. So I put the chicken into our classic batter bowl, large batter bowl, and we're going to be adding this cheese to that as well. Just shredded that up with our coarse grater. You want adjustable coarse grater. You want to make sure shred your own cheese. It tastes much better, it really does, but it also melts better too. So once we have that in there, next thing that's going to go in here is some broccoli. And being that we're doing retro, I'm going back to one of the original products that I wanted to get whenever I started my Pampered Chef business. This wasn't a food chopper, was something that came that I could earn in my business. Wasn't that difficult to do at all. I love all the bonuses. But anyway, we're gonna chop up the broccoli, and I could easily do this in twist and chop too, but this is how I originally started this, so I wanted to go ahead, first way I ever done it, so I wanted to go ahead and use the food chopper. And just to show you too, you can chop right in the lid, and I usually do that for just some nuts or something like that, but if you're chopping lots of things, you can go right down the cutting board. And the nice thing about the food chopper, it does make quick work of things. See those blades, they spin around? So you get everything cut up like 10 times faster. So let's go ahead and put the broccoli into our bowl. And I'm going to go ahead and use what I do with the bread. And I don't measure everything out. I mean, there is a recipe on my website, has the measurements, but that's just kind of a guideline. So cook with your heart a little bit. If you got a little extra one thing, use it. And if you like a little less of something else, that's okay too. We're gonna add a little bell pepper for color. And we want that diced. I don't think I'll need more than that. And this is something I've cut the recipe in half, and you can make just enough, just a small toaster oven pan of it if you wish, or you can, like I said, make the full recipe. And it uses cans of crescent rolls. We had a lot of recipes with crescent rolls back then. So I've got those peppers, they cut into strips. I'm going to turn them 1/4 turn, and that will dice them. So you can see they're all diced. Let's dump those in the bowl. And let's go ahead and do the other one. I love the quick slice for this. This is just, it just makes, like I said, 2 chops and you're done. And it calls for a 1/4 cup, so that's probably about a 1/4 cup, I think. I don't think I need the whole thing. And a couple little stubborn pieces staying on the blades. Let's just get those marked down there. But it's a tasty recipe, and this is probably one of the most searched out recipes on the website, I believe. There we go. So it's very popular, and we've got other things too. You can start with the chicken broccoli. You can do the taco ring. You can do a chicken club brunch ring. All kinds of things. Take your favorite filling. If you've got picky eaters in your house, take your favorite filling and fill it into a braid or a ring, and you've got dinner done. Now, 1/2 cup of mayo. One time I made this at a party, and I actually even forgot to put, I forgot to put the cheese in. And my measuring spoon. Where's my measuring spoon? I know I had it. Well, my head wasn't attached, I'd lose that too. Let's find the clove of garlic first, and then we'll just go ahead and we'll be skipping our measuring spoon. a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons. That's our all-purpose dill mix. And we're going to add a little bit of salt. I'm not going to bother doing about a 1/4 teaspoon. That's probably like 1/8. Stir it all up and that's your filling. And then I always leave the crescent rolls in the refrigerator to the very last minute because they can tend to become softer if they warm up. And they're harder to handle then. And then I'll use a scoop to go ahead and put the filling in. Get it all stirred up. I think I added extra things, like an extra full braid. Okay. That looks good. Nice and mixed. So the cheese and the mayo will all blend together to bind it together. And you can brush this with a little bit of egg white, but I don't bother. Okay. The hardest part of the job whenever I first started was opening these cans. It's like Jack in the Box for adults. Sometimes they pop and scare you open, and sometimes you have a hard time getting them to open. And since they're good and cold, they'll be easy to handle. So we're going to press these into the bottom of the pan and rectangles, seal all the seams. Okay. It's been a long time since I've made this. And my bar pan that I've always used to make this is very, very, very dark brown. This is the newer one. It's also dishwasher safe. The crescent rolls are a good thing to help season it if you don't use it a lot for other things. Now, like I said, if you do this in half, you could do it on a small bar pan or a little sheet pan, do it in your deluxe air fryer and oven. It can be baked in there as well. Okay, so once they're all rolled out, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of flour so the dough doesn't stick to my roller. Seal the seams. Now, I'm just going to take a little paring knife here, and we're just going to cut about 3 inches in on either side. I'm not going to be critical, make sure they're all even, but we want to just cut. So kind of about 3 slits in almost every. And we're going to fill the middle. See here? Good. Being I think I have extra broccoli, I could use a little bit more mayo, but that's okay. A little extra filling never hurt anybody, right? Okay, pretty simple, straightforward, and easy to do. And all this can go in the dishwasher, isn't that great? I love that. Scrape the extra goodness out of there. I'm going to kind of flatten it out into an even thickness. And I've got extra filling, I know. More, hopefully it'll close up. I'd love to know if you've made this before, or hey, if you've made it before, or if it's something on your list. So basically, we are taking these and twisting them and pinching them in the middle. And crescent rolls hide a multitude of mistakes or errors, so they don't have to look pretty. So I'm just giving these a twist. It's not really a true braid the way I do it. I like to do it easy. If you didn't cut it, here we go. Pinch in the middle. So up and twist and pinch in the middle. And nobody's going to complain when they're eating it. I hope not, anyway. Okay. And if you like to pull, I don't bother, but some people like to cover the ends, but I don't bother. I just, with the dough, seal the end with the dough. I just go ahead and twist it and I don't bother leaving the ends open. So that's gonna go in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And that's it for dinner. What are you having? I will post a picture later on.